Mabuhay subscribers, and we are
The Scimates!
For our first observation, we will be submerging the egg in the vinegar for 48 hours. Let's see what will become of the egg after our observation.
The materials we need for this first observation are egg, jar, and vinegar. First, we need to put the egg in the jar, but remember, we should do this gently to prevent the egg from breaking. Then we should now be able to put a reasonable amount of vinegar, enough for the egg to soak fully. And now, we wait for 2 whole days. After 2 days of submerging the egg in vinegar, its shell dissolves and what is called the naked egg forms, which is now what looks like a rubbery translucent egg. Additionally, the egg became swollen, appearing larger because osmosis pulls water from the vinegar into the egg through the semi-permeable membrane. Now, we will be performing what is called the osmosis reverse. What we have here is corn syrup. It is highly concentrated, much more than the inside of the egg. What will happen if we submerge the naked egg in corn syrup for 24 hours? Let's find out. The corn syrup has a higher concentration of sugar and less water than the inside of the egg. So through osmosis, water from inside the egg moved out into the syrup. As a result, the egg shriveled and shrunk, becoming rubbery and deflated. This demonstrates how water moves across a membrane from an area of high concentration to low concentration. Next, we place the same egg into a container of water mixed with food coloring and left it there for a day. This time, the water outside the egg had a higher concentration than inside. Through osmosis, water moved back into the egg, causing it to swell up again. And because the food coloring molecules are small enough, they also seeped through the membrane, tinting the egg with a vibrant color. This shows how osmosis works both ways.
Today, watch how we transform scratch paper, masking tape, cardboard, skewers, and fuzzy wire into a working model of the cell membrane and explain the real biology behind it. As Scimates, we love recycling. Here's what we used: old scratch paper, masking tape, cardboard for the base, barbecue skewers for structure, and fuzzy craft wire to mimic lipids. We began by crumpling scrap paper into rough circles. These represent the phospholipid heads. They're hydrophilic and face the watery surroundings in real cells. Next, we wrap each crumpled ball tightly in masking tape. This gives shape and durability, just as real lipid head groups stay organized in the membrane. We painted the tape-wrapped balls orange, so they really stand out, like brightly visible heads on our membrane mosaic.